Hello everybody, welcome to Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, and today is Tuesday, so that means Tuesday tours, Tuesday tea break, tours, chat and more. Today will just be a tour. Gosh, you're perky today, Dawn. Well, let me tell you, it is 5:20 in the afternoon, early evening, and Dawn has just got back from lunch. So Dawn is rather perky today. Let me just say this to you. Don't live your same life, monotony, day in, day out, doing the same thing. Get out, get about, and don't make each day the same as the day before. I've had a lovely afternoon with some great friends of mine, a group of 6 of us, and we went out to lunch. How does lunch work, Dawn, when you can't actually eat barely anything anymore? Well, drop me a comment and I'll tell you. So thank you for coming here. I appreciate you very much. And I think today we will actually start before our tour. If you see the title, it's Ibiza we're going to today. As I say, all places I have actually been to are my tours. And let's start today actually with quote of the day, because I often miss it. I'm not putting my quotes at the end anymore. I'm just inserting them in the middle somewhere. So today is Tuesday, and this is the new Tuesday Quote Corner. Okay, so let's start today by actually sharing with you a bit about Ibiza, and then I will show you some of my footage back in the time when I really had a very cheap disposable camera. So I don't have video footage. This is something that I got later on. So here is a bit about Ibiza. Ibiza is a rock island and it covers an area of 572.56 square kilometres, which is 221.07 square miles. That's almost 6 times smaller than Majorca, but over 5 times larger than Mykonos, which is a Greek island, or 10 times larger than Manhattan in New York City. It's a Spanish island in the Mediterranean Sea off the eastern coast of the Iberian Peninsula. It's 150 kilometres, which is 93 miles for people like me, from the city of Valencia. It's the third largest of the Balearic Islands. Its largest settlements are Ibiza Town, Santa Eulalia de Rio, and Sant Antonio de Portmany. Its highest point is called, now I'm not sure the pronunciation of this, but it's Sa Taliasa or Sa Talia, depends where you come from as to what it's called. It's 475 metres, which is 1,558 feet above sea level. Ibiza has a hot, semi-arid climate, bordering on hot summer Mediterranean climate. The average annual temperature of Ibiza is 18.3 degrees centigrade, which for some of you that know Fahrenheit is 65 degrees Fahrenheit. It's warm and mild throughout the whole year. Ibiza lies at the same latitude as Atlantic City, yet it is much warmer for its location in the Mediterranean basin. The climate of Ibiza is typically warm, sunny and dry, with low variation between the highs and lows. The native dialect of Catalan is spoken on Ibiza and nearby Formentera. Catalan shares co-official status with Spanish. Additionally, because of the influence of tourism and expatriates living in or maintaining residence on the island, other languages like English, French, German and Italian are widely spoken. Ibiza has its own airport, which has many international flights during the summer tourist season, especially from the European Union and the UK. There are also ferries from the harbour of Sant Antonio and Ibiza Town to Barcelona, Majorca, Denia and Valencia. There are also ferries to Formentera, leaving Santa Antonio Harbour. Ibiza is well known for the nightlife. That's the main thing people think of when you say Ibiza, and also the electronic dance music club scene in the summer, which attracts huge numbers of tourists. The island's government and the Spanish Tourist Office have worked towards promoting more family-orientated tourism, a little bit like parts of Cyprus. There are many countries that have these buzz nightlife cultures, and they don't want that to overtake anything else. During the 1980s, the music played in these clubs gained in reputation and became known as the Balearic Beat. And it's also a precursor of the British acid house scene. That's where it originated from. As rave parties blossomed all over Europe, a DJ-driven club culture took hold of the Ibizan nightlife. It was at that time that Space, I don't know if any of you have heard of Space, it's a big nightclub, and Space opened. And this was due to Pepe Rosella was the person involved in that, which found a niche in the after hours parties. The club would close at 6 p.m. and open at 7 o'clock in the morning when all other clubs were still closed, enabling partygoers to flock from other clubs and then go to Space and continue dancing in broad daylight. Since 2005, the live music event Ibiza Rocks has changed perceptions of the Ibiza party landscape. Bands such as Arctic Monkeys, which I'm sure you all know, The Prodigy and the Kaiser Chiefs have played in the courtyard of the Ibiza Rocks Hotel. So if you know about any of these, or you've even been to Ibiza and seen any of these, please do let me know in the comments below, and what year. The season traditionally begins at the end of April, when the opening parties take place at Ibiza clubs over the course of about a 3-week period. The island's government is in the process, and has been for quite a few years, of making policy changes to encourage a more family-friendly and quieter tourism scene, a bit like Ayia Napa in Cyprus. These include rules such as the closing of all nightclubs by 6 a.m. at the latest, and requiring all new hotels in the area to be built as only being 5-star, so not cheap stays basically in the area. The administration wants to attract more international mixture of tourists. It did become a bit Britsy, and then you got the lager louts going there from England specifically. The island's tourism is not always characterised by its nightlife. Visitors can also take things such as hot air balloon rides, surfing, visit Cave Can Mark, or go to Cap Blanc's aquarium. So there's a lot more to do in the area rather than just being party space. Ibiza is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Ibiza and the nearby island of Formentera, not to be confused with other islands of a similar name, to its south are called the Pine Islands, and a notable example includes the residence walls of the old town of Ibiza City, which were awarded UNESCO World Heritage status in 1999. They are one of the world's first few residence walls that were not demolished, and part of the medieval wall is still visible. A number of novels and other books have been written using Ibiza as a setting, including The White Island by Stephen Armstrong. If you know that, again, let me know in the comments. Okay. Other things where probably mentions of Ibiza is it is also mentioned in David Bowie's 1971 track Life on Mars. And the words of that section is, "See the mice in their million hordes from Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. Anyone who doesn't know, the Norfolk Broads are an area in England. In Monty Python's Flying Circus, the opening sketch of episode 33 features the pilot Biggles. I'm sure all of you know who Biggles is. His secretary teasingly calls him Senor Biggles, and Biggles protests, saying, "I've never been to Spain." The secretary responds with, "You went to Ibiza last year." Biggles counters that with, "That's still not grounds for calling me Senor, or Don Biggles for that matter." Venga Boys, do you know the Venga Boys? Again, let me know in the comments. Their 1999 single, "We're Going to Ibiza." I love that tune. I really love it. Look it up if you don't know it. Venga Boys, "We're Going to Ibiza." If you like a nice party vibe song, that's the one. And that reached #1 on the singles chart in the United Kingdom and the Netherlands. So let me know if you've heard of any of those things. I would love to know in the comments below. And now here is a clip of some of my photography. As I say, I just had a throwaway type camera at this point. So here are some pictures from my time in Ibiza. So I hope you enjoyed some of those pictures there. And before I finish today, I'd like to remind you to do go and look at back lives, particularly from Tuesdays, which you will see the icon or the thumbnail of Tuesday tours. And we've already covered other countries I've been to so far on the Tuesday tours. So do go back and look at those lives. I've already covered the Bahamas. I've shown you an amphitheatre in Pursury. I've been to Margarita Island. I'm pretty sure a lot of you won't even know where that is. So do go and check out the one of Margarita Island. I've done Coloreco in Fuerteventura, one of our favourite winter destinations. I've shown you other places in Cyprus. I've shown you South Cuba. I've shown you some vintage buses from Cyprus. I've shown you behind the scenes, and now we're Ibiza, and many more that I haven't shared with you at this point. Many more countries that I've visited from all around the world. And don't forget, share this out with your friends if they're into travel. Now, I would like to say, if you haven't seen my other channel yet, I'll just run the ticker tape below this channel name. My other channel is New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. And if you want to see more of Cyprus, I do have a playlist there, Out and About. So if you like looking at actual places, then check my playlist of Out and About on New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. And also on there, I'm doing a live on Wednesday, the 6th of December. And that will be a special for my birthday. If you're interested in coming up live on the screen, it will be the first time I share my screen, and that will be a special one for my birthday. So if you'd like to come up on the screen, if I don't know you already via YouTube, then you must email me if you're interested in coming up. If I already know you, then of course you're just welcome to come up. I do have rules with my lives. If you come up on screen, no smoking, no vaping, no cursing or bad language, and no icons on the screen. So if you're not happy showing your face speaking in person, then please don't come up on the screen. I like to see people's faces and talk on a one-to-one basis. If you're interested in being a guest on my other channel on December the 6th, which is a Wednesday, here is my email if you want to come up. And of course, if you do want to come up, I know a lot of you say, you email me and you say that you listen to this on your phone while you're gardening or doing other things, then of course you don't catch all the information that's written here. So if you want any information from me, my email, URLs to other lives that I've mentioned or other videos I've mentioned, then please just drop a comment. I'm more than happy to share information with you via the comments if that's what you want to do. I've got no trouble sharing my email on the comments section. I know people are wary of that because it's not my personal email, it's my YouTube channel email. So I'm quite happy to do that. So anything you want to know, do just drop me a comment. And so many of you tell me that you watch these lives after the event, because obviously I'm in Cyprus, my times are so skewy with yours. It's now 6:45 at night, and I know for many of you, you're just waking up in the day, or my Australian friends are going to bed. So don't worry about that, but do drop me a comment and say hello if you're watching this back later, so I can say a personal thank you for watching to you. So we're going finished for today. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate your watching and love to read your comments. So until next time, I will be back here. I'm just looking what day it is. It's Tuesday. So I will be back here for Wednesday Friends Day tomorrow. And Wednesday Friends Day is on my other channel, New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell, and then you will know when I am live. So until next time, keep smiling and see you soon.